Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center.
The pay is awesome. What we do for our clients is awesome. The coworkers
are so great, you can't beat it.
Apply today.
When comfort matters, count on Capias Heating and Cooling. Proudly serving St. Francis and surrounding counties, they are your local Bryant Factory authorized dealer, delivering top quality heating and cooling solutions for your home or business. Founded in 2004 by Chuck Capias, a family-owned and operated company that you can trust. Visit CapiasHeatingandCooling.com today. Capias Heating and Cooling in Farmington, 756-1224.
Looking for your next car, truck, van, or SUV? Point to Pettis. At Pettis Automotive, service, affordability, and selection are more than just words. They're the foundation of everything they do. You'll see the selection when you drive by any of their 3 locations. You'll feel the affordability when you talk to their experienced sales team. And you'll love the service every time you come in for maintenance. New or pre-owned, from Farmington to Fredericktown to DeSoto, point to Pettis. Visit pettisauto.com. Point to Pettis.
Do you often ask others to repeat themselves? Is the TV volume creeping up higher? Hi, I'm Dr. Karen Melton, and it could be time to have your hearing checked. Hearing loss happens gradually, making it hard to notice. At Hearing Care Partners, we offer thorough hearing evaluations that uncover even subtle changes in your hearing over time. Early detection can improve your hearing and your life. Start prioritizing your hearing today. Schedule your appointment now at hearingcarepartners.com. At Hearing Care Partners, we listen so you can hear.
Since 1941, Busenbark Flooring has been Southeast Missouri's trusted name in flooring. This family-owned business features top-quality carpet, tile, and hardwood, along with countertops, kitchens, and bathrooms, all with expert installation. Need to haul it? Busenbark Trailer Sales has you covered. Come see the large selection of dump trailers, equipment haulers, goosenecks, livestock trailers, and more. Visit busenbarkflooring.com and busenbarktrailersales.com, or stop by and see everything at the Fairgrounds exit on Highway 67.
For 3 generations, Baughman Oil has proudly served our community. It all started in 1948 when Louis Baughman partnered with Mobil Oil in Crystal City. As the area grew, so did Baughman, fueling homes, farms, and businesses across Jefferson and South St. Louis counties. In 1980, Paul Baughman took the reins, forming Baughman Oil Distributors. Today, the tradition continues with Jeremy Baughman, delivering fuel and lubricants across a 7-county region. Baughman Oil, locally owned, community-focused, and here to stay. Want to work for a family-first company? Find out more at baughmanoil.com.
Hey kids, let's go to the Catfish Kettle.
Yeah!
Everyone's favorite is the Catfish Kettle. It's been a landmark in Farmington for almost 40 years. Get the famous all-you-can-eat catfish, chicken, shrimp, and homemade sides served family style for lunch or dinner. Or enjoy tilapia, crab cakes, fish tacos, frog legs, or even gator tail. All ready for you for lunch or dinner at the Catfish Kettle. Located at Karsh in Maple Valley at the entrance to Farmington. See the full menu at catfishkettlerestaurant.com.
Looking for top quality custom sportswear and activewear? Look no further than Nouveau Athletic. Nouveau Athletic blends innovative design with affordability, revolutionizing activewear for athletes, teams, and enthusiasts alike. From affordable, high-quality team practice wear to specialty sublimated activewear, Nouveau Athletic has grown to become a leader in sportswear and the industry, especially in cheer. Nuvo Athletic, where passion meets quality in every stitch.
For Nuvo Athletic custom apparel locally, contact Tia Cunningham at 573-701-6015.
Life can feel like an uphill climb, but no one has to face it alone. Everest Counseling, based in Farmington, has been empowering individuals and families for over 20 years, offering support through life's toughest challenges. Specializing in at-risk youth and serving rural communities, the experienced and compassionate team provides the guidance and the tools necessary to thrive. Whether you're dealing with stress, anxiety, trauma, family conflicts, or just need someone to talk to, Everest Counseling provides personalized services to meet your needs. Contact Everest Counseling today at 573-330-4452.
Hi, I'm Brandon Byington with RE/MAX Best Choice. I'm a proud sponsor of the Parkland area sports. If you love the Parkland as much as I do, I'd love it if you would give me the opportunity to help you find the perfect Parkland property. You can contact me today at 573-747-5349.
Go Raiders.
Final week of the high school football regular season for the North County Raiders and the Sullivan Eagles. And yes, it is Thursday night football from Bonne Terre. For Sullivan, they are the number 1 seed currently in the Class 4 District 2 district. Meanwhile, the North County Raiders looking for a win here today that would possibly give them enough points to bump them possibly into the 4 spot come the end of the weekend. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Raider Field in Bonne Terre, along with Mike Reeves. My name is Greg Helen. We welcome you to Parkland Sports live coverage of high school football throughout the season. And a Week 9 matchup. You get a doubleheader this week. Central Farmington tomorrow on the standard Friday night lights. Tonight, a Thursday night matchup from North County, the 6-2 Sullivan Eagles and the 3-5 North County Raiders. 3-5, just 3 wins on the season, but they come in riding back-to-back wins. A broadcast game 2 weeks ago in Imperial against the Windsor Owls in a 36-0 rout, and then last week a 10-point victory on the road at St. Clair. They're back in the friendly confines of Raider Field to match up with a Sullivan team that has rattled off 6 consecutive wins after opening the season 0-2. Mike, my first look at both these clubs this season, I'll be interested to see how the North County Raiders deal with a stout rushing attack. I've talked with Brian Jones all week, and that is basically the decider of the game tonight. How can North County control the offensive line for Sullivan? Can they match up and basically try to thwart anything Sullivan tries to do on the ground, which is where they make their money? Good to see you, partner.
Good to see you as well. And I was thinking as I looked at numbers in this one, this is a game that deserves the old-fashioned grass and dirt Week 9 field. So you could have the 3 yards, 4 yards, and a cloud of dust or whatever you might have had, because the running games will be so important. But then if you want to get specific as to what is happening in terms of the level of competition that Sullivan is bringing in here, you've got a running back in Mark Jennings who's over 1,000 yards and averaging almost 10 a carry, so maybe 9 yards in a cloud of dust. I don't know with them, but you've got to find a way to stop what they do on the ground, because, Greg, they've shown nothing statistically that tells you they want to even deal with the pass game. It's not that they won't, but it's not going to be the featured part of the offense. Everybody knows it, and for the most part, in the last 6 weeks, not many people have been able to stop it. The Raiders are playing now the way that they had hoped that they would play. They've gotten a little bit healthier, but Brian Jones told us at Windsor, he said, I've waited all year to see that. What he saw in that game, the shutout win over the Owls. And then they followed that up with yet another victory, and they beat a pretty good St. Clair team. So, when you look at what they're doing and where they're at, the numbers as well documented are not there. They just don't have the numbers that they would like to have at North County right now. But if you're going to get hot at any point in the year, late in the year is probably the best time to do it, and they have started to play their best football. The Raiders face a challenge tonight. I think this is a good one, and you're right about the district standings. All year long, it's looked like they were going to be a bottom-tier district team, but a win tonight and things breaking just the way that they would want them to, they could end up in a 4 spot, and that does at least get you a home game for Week 1.
The Sullivan Eagles offer 2 running backs that yardage-wise have accumulated more than what their quarterback, Malin Foster, has passed for. Mike mentioned Mark Jennings over 1,000 yards in the season. Nathan Garcia is their second leading rusher at 518. They've combined for 14 touchdowns this year. For Foster, below 50% completion percentage, just 384 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. They don't put it in the air very much. They rely heavily on the ground game. Meanwhile, for the North County Raiders, Brady McClure. I remember when we sat here, Mike, and we were so impressed with the then freshman Brady McClure, now turned junior. He's got 824 yards. It's a little more of a balanced attack from the North County offense of what you'll see compared to Sullivan. But it started and it ended with the line of scrimmage, as so many high school football games do, Mike. When I talked to Brian Jones all week, he kept bringing it back to the defensive line of scrimmage. Can we control things up front? If we can't, it's going to be over quick. If we can, his words were, we have a shot. Still not saying, hey, we're going to win, just we got a shot.
And really, when you come into a game like this one, and from the Raiders' perspective, again, a 3-5 season, and Sullivan sitting at 6-2, and you look at the numbers, you look at what's been going on, I think it's okay to say, hey, we want to get to a point we could win this game, because they're not coming in the favorite. Everybody knows that. Hey, you get to the fourth quarter, and it's still within striking distance, and you can win it. Great. If you win the game, a great into your regular season with 3 straight wins and a win over this club. So I like that description, honestly. That's the first time you told me that he phrased it that way. I'm okay with that. Like, we're going to have to do a lot right to be in the game. It's not one of those, if we do everything we should, we'll win the game, we'll run away with it. Nope. They know that they've got to do a lot right to be competitive and have that chance at the end. But, Greg, if you got a chance at the end, that's all you could ask for. I go back to our broadcast at Central last week. Central trailed 21-7 late. They were still, though, they were there. They still had a chance. They got the 1 score to make it 21-14, and at that point, you're like, okay, it's just a sprint to the finish now. Can they get that 1 more score and a chance to go for 2, which was pretty much known that's what they'd do if they scored late. And lo and behold, they did. They got the victory, and they kind of stole one. Well, I think the Raiders would be more than happy to be in a spot to steal one if we get to the fourth quarter and this one's close.
Well, we'll see the Raider offense on the field first. Sullivan wins the toss. They have elected to defer to the second half. You look at Sullivan, their losses coming early when they got outscored by a combined 88-6. to Northwest House Springs and Jefferson City, and since then 6 in a row in the win column. Union, that same St. Clair team that North County just beat, Sullivan beat them 21-19 in week 3. Raiders just beat them last week 24-14. Pacific, Herman, St. James, and they thrashed Owensville last week 55-10. For the North County Raiders, it's been back-to-back wins following a 3-game losing streak that went through Hillsboro, Rolla, and a really tough Festus team. So we'll see how things shake out here in week 9. Sullivan comes in just less than 1 full point ahead of Vianney in the Class 4 District 2 standings. The North County Raiders, they're second from the bottom in front of those Windsor Owls, who certainly can't jump them with the Raiders owning the head-to-head win. But the Raiders are just over 2 full points out of the 4 spot, and they own a head-to-head over that team right now that's in the 4 spot in DeSoto. They'd have to jump Sykeston to get up to DeSoto and possibly leapfrog the Dragons heading into next week's first round of the district tournament. Ready to go from North County. Mitchell Gardner will put it in the air. Kind of a pooch kick to the left sideline. Raiders will fall on it right there near the 30, and that is where we will start things off tonight in week 9.
At the 30-yard line by number 33.
I wonder, Greg, if you'd have gone to Sullivan High School 2 weeks into the football season, gathered all the football players, and just talk to them, just gather them up, but try to get individual answers from them. Hey, you're 0-2, you've been outscored 88-6. You're about to win 6 in a row, you believe me? I wonder how many would have went. What are you looking at?
Right. There's probably not a lot of faith in that at the moment.
And they have gone on to do exactly that.
Raider offense controlled by Brady McClure. He'll operate out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. And they keep it on the ground on play 1. Noah Lashley straight up the middle. Lashley for the season, second leading rusher for North County, 90 carries, 444 yards and a touchdown, averaging just shy of 5 a carry. Brady McClure, for the year, 67 of 110, 824 yards, 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Three wide in the formation. And again, it is Lashley on the take.
Once again on the carry.
Well, you were spot on with the 3 yards in a cloud of dust, at least in the first 2 plays.
I mean, it's what you would expect both these teams to do a lot of.
Yep.
Picked up 2 on that play. It's 3rd and 5.
Greg, I've done so much sideline reporting this season and last season. I'm watching this game, and I'm wanting to go down there. I want to walk around and see what's going on with the two teams.
You got to stay up here tonight.
I'm with you this evening. We did this once in Potosi as well.
That was a fun night.
It was,
Central
without a doubt.
Trojans. McClure, this time, forges ahead for the first down after taking kind of an awkward snap.
On the stop, Chase Blue.
And the Raiders move the chains outside the 40-yard line to the 43.
The Raiders ball now at the 43-yard line.
56 degrees in Bonne Terre on a Thursday night. One other matchup taking place tonight of coverage note, Crystal City and Grandview. But everybody else is loaded up, ready to go tomorrow for Week 9 on Friday. McClure looking on the give this time and hit near the line of scrimmage. That's Lashley on his 3rd take on the night.
Tackle made by Nathan.
And they'll give him 1 yard, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Picked up 1 on the play. It's 2nd and 9.
You look at that North County District. Festus sits at the top, and they are 15 points clear of a team that they own the head-to-head against in Hillsboro. Tigers get a monster in town tomorrow night in Jackson. And then after Festus and Hillsboro in the 1-2 spots, you've got Perryville, DeSoto, Sykeston, and then North County sits right now in the 6-hole. Windsor is at the bottom of the 7-team district. McClure puts it in the air for the first time. It's caught on the near side sideline. And running out of bounds is Brady Duncan on the catch. And so far, pretty smooth first 5 plays of offense from North County, Mike.
Well, what I like is that they're taking what's there. They haven't had the major chunk play yet, but the gain of 12, their biggest gain, the gains have gone for 1, 2, 3, 8, 12. Greg, you do that consistently and stay ahead of the change. You hear the coaches talk so much about don't get behind the chains. Stay ahead of the chains and run 3-4 yard plays all the time. You'll have a lot of success in this sport.
Jackson Sherpas in motion. McClure going to keep it. He's got Lashley as a blocker trying to get that corner. There's going to be a hold behind the play, and that minimal gain is going to be 10 the other way against North County. You talk about that 12-yard pass completion to Brady Duncan. He's the North County leading receiver on the year. 463 yards on 24 catches, and he's scored 5 through the air. That was as obvious a holding call as you're going to see all night.
Well, there's talk all the time, right, about, hey, there's holding on every play on the interior line, right? There's holding on every play. You'll get away with a few of those when it's out in the open and completely in the view of everybody, every announcer, every fan, and every official. You don't get away with that one.
Brian Jones in his 9th year leading this North County program, following a 3-year stint from Dave Dallas. McClure on 1st and long out of the gun. Pass out in the flat. That's caught again by Duncan. He's across the 50 and to the 49. Bringing up still behind the chains at 2nd and almost 15. Sullivan led by former Potosi lead man Ed Haar, now in his 6th season with Sullivan. Last year the Eagles went 6-5, lost to the 3-seed Pacific for the 2nd consecutive year in the district tournament. Last year in the semis, the year before that in the district finals. And Sullivan right now in a pretty good spot in the district standings, but they'd love to come in here and finish off the regular season with 7 straight in the win column. Pass looking again for Duncan. Again, he and McClure hook up. And they'll bring up 3rd and manageable after that pickup of near 8 or 9.
Picked up about 8. It's 3rd and 7.
Sullivan won the toss, and North County's offense has been on the field for half this first quarter. Just about. Bring up 3rd and 7. McClure with Lashley to his right. Pressured, flush, steps up, he's got room. Looks downfield and overshoots Duncan by plenty. He was double covered down there. And so decision time now for Brian Jones on 4th and 7 with the football at about the 41-yard line.
It's become almost a guarantee that if you're on the opponent's half of the field and 4th and reasonably manageable, it's a go-for-it situation at most levels of football now. And it appears to be the same here. They're going to keep the offense on the field, at least for the time being.
So 4th and 7. 2 split to the bottom of the screen in a 3-wide formation. McClure rolls that way. Lashley picks up a block. McClure on target with that hard throw and connects with Jamal Robinson. Boy, that was a strike. That one on a string. He's floated a couple so far in his first quarter, but he needed a little more zip on it. He connects for the first down, and the Raider drive continues. Good pass play and good protection up front.
McClure 4 of 5 in this drive for 46 yards. First time he's hit someone other than Brady Duncan on a pass play. I love the route running. Pushed everybody deep, stop, turn around, the ball's there. That was executed incredibly well.
Just the 4th catch of the year for Jamal Robinson, who had 51 total yards for the season coming in. RPO, McClure spun down by the jersey. No flag, it's back near the 30.
On the sack, Cameron York.
He faked the handoff up the middle to Noah Lashley, and then McClure, after he hung on to the football, had Eagles draped all over him.
On the play, it's 2nd and 16.
Well, this is a solid, extended, lengthy drive for North County.
And then we feel like Sullivan, when they get the ball, will do very similar things in terms of running clock, the way the game. This would be a game that you would think would have one of the shorter time of the total time of game played.
McClure tries to cut it back after everybody slid left off the snap, and he's stacked up near the 20.
On the quarterback key.
Made something out of that and gained positive yardage.
By Mitchell Garner.
And so 3rd down and 8 upcoming.
It'll be 3rd and 8.
That Raider front 5, Mike, has done a pretty good job of holding off Eagle pass rushers and opening up some holes to let McClure kind of step up in the pocket a little bit.
And what it's allowed is for, as you said, a very methodical type drive. They've had one big pass play on 4th down, the 20-yard completion. They've had a 12-yard pass, but outside of that, a number of mid-range runs, which are perfectly fine.
3rd and 8. McClure again steps up, floats this one, deep left corner, and off the hands of the intended target, and Kyle Strawn. He had a man. Oliver Borton was on coverage in that deep left corner. Strawn with 11 catches, 126 yards, and a score coming in. And on 4th and 8, the Raider offense, as expected, stays out there.
I thought that was a well-thrown ball.
I did too.
You see it there. It's in a place the defender can't get to it, and you give your receiver a chance to make a remarkable catch. It's either that or incomplete. There's no chance you're going to turn that over. And the
Raiders will go for a field goal here.
Their kicking game has been solid.
Cole Mullins, 2 of 5 on the season. A 38-yard kick here. Mullins, a lot of leg to it, and it's good.
37-yard attempt.
How about that from Cole Mullins? So 3-0 North County after an 11-play drive, and Mullins bangs it through with 5:33 to go in the first quarter. We'll take our first in-game break on Parkland Sports Live, and the Raiders take the opening kickoff and turn it into 3.
Ryan Stone back deep to receive the kick.
50-yard drive. That takes 11 plays and 6 minutes and 23 seconds.
Will be number 24, Cole Mullins.
So North County with the Mullins field goal. Up 3-0. Mullins will now kick off. He's had 4 touchbacks this year. Greg Allen, Mike Reeves from Bonne Terre Raider Field. Thrilled to have you in the audience tonight for an early Week 9 sort of doubleheader here on Parkland Sports Live. Central and Farmington coming up tomorrow. The Rebels at 5-3. The Knights, they'll host that game at Hale Memorial. They're 6-2. Cole Mullins connected in Week 1 for a school record as far as yardage on a field goal against Farmington. He just kind of punches this one. It's taken by the Eagles, and not much of a return that time. They'll start near the 25. 46-yard field goal for Mullins against Farmington in Week 1. That's a school record here at North County. And he just connected from 38.
And the
Eagles will start out first and 10.
field goal at Farmington looked very similar to that. To kick it that distance at this level, usually you've got to kick a line. You've got to keep it on the line. You've got to hope it doesn't get blocked, obviously. Clears the line and goes, and it looked very much like that one. But, Greg, we've done this long enough. If you can hit from 30-plus at any time in a season for a high school, you've got something working for you that most don't.
Yeah.
Because there aren't many making 30-plus yard field goals.
So now the Sullivan offense, and on the first play, as we come out expecting all this rushing attack, of course they throw it on play number 1 with Malin Foster, and it's incomplete.
It's incomplete. It'll be second and 10.
Second and 10. Foster, again, if you missed it at the outset, 23 of 48 for 384 yards, just 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And the leading tailback, it'll be 26 in white, Mark Jennings. Over 100 carries this year, over 1,000 yards on the ground, and 11 touchdowns. He gets the call here, sort of runs into his own lineman, and a minimal gain on second and 10. He ran into the back of Broden Hubner, and that kind of blew up the path. So 3rd and long, and boy, a great opportunity for North County's defense to get immediately right back off the field and get the ball back in the hands of Brady McClure. It was interesting, Mike, you're talking about that 46-yard field goal from Cole Mullins at Farmington. Festus has a really good kicker in Luke Wacker, who's been, just awesome all season. First, the 3rd and near 10 play, up under center. They'll hand off, trying to get that corner, and it is Jennings that is hauled down, and a punt unit immediately on the field for Sullivan. So a great first defensive effort for North County. Noah Lashley will go back to receive this punt. I asked A.J. Ofadale of Festus, what's the range on a guy like Wacker? He said, well, the range is like 35 to 40. Mullins just hit from 38. He said the kicker's not the issue. Good pressure on the punt there. Lashley's going to let that one go. And after a 3-and-out, the Raiders will take over pretty much right where they started their first drive, near the 30. This one maybe officially at the 29. He said in high school football, it's not the kicker. You might have a great kicker. It's the entire rest of the operation. It's the snapper. It's the holder. It's the line being able to hold on their blocks. Right? You get
Good everybody else is on those, that they make the field goal attempts seem most of the time pretty routine.
Lashley gets the first carry, and he tumbles over the 30-yard line. I thought that was an interesting response, because you don't think of that sort of extraneous stuff like that. It's sort of just the automatic, right, on a football, on a field goal try. You sort of just assume that all the rest of that stuff's going to orchestrate as you sort of expect it to.
Yeah, because at the higher levels, when there's a block or a mishandled snap or something goes wrong in that regard, you're almost stunned by it. It's like, whoa, what in the world? That's supposed to be easier.
Right.
At the high school level, though, all those pieces are a lot harder to execute.
McClure flushed in the pocket, steps up, he's got some space, and he's across the 40, and he's whacked down near the 45-yard line, and another good run by Brady McClure, who on the season
And that's a first down.
coming into tonight had over 100 carries. He was their leading rusher at 568 yards on 104 keeps. And he's scored on the ground 5 times.
Well, he's been a lot to deal with after rolling out, looking, and then taking off. Once they've gotten him out in open space, right now he's sitting at 4 carries for 24, and he's had carries already of 8 and 14.
High snap, McClure took it off the bounce that time. Now he steps up. He's going to turn it into something positive at least and gain 3 on sort of a busted play.
Mitchell Garner and
Maybe 4.
on the stop.
And second down coming up.
Picked up 3 on that play at 2nd and 7.
Boy, the Raiders are going to have the football for darn near all but maybe 2 minutes of this first quarter.
If they get a first down on this drive and bleed out the rest of the first quarter clock.
Sullivan will have taken 3 offensive snaps in the period.
And my guess is, haven't seen Sullivan until tonight in person, they've done this to people more than their fair share, given their numbers on the ground.
McClure, the middle intercepted, threw it right to a Sullivan Eagle, and all kinds of real estate down the left sideline. Chase Blue is going to outrun everybody, including a dive from McClure, and it's the Eagle defense that gets him on the board first. For Brady McClure, his 6th interception of the season. And Mike, that was an in-breaking route to the receiver. And I don't know if McClure threw it behind him, if he was expecting a different route, but the receiver had already sort of cleared that space, and the only guy left there was Chase Blue.
I would say he read it well, but sometimes there's a case of being where you're supposed to be on a play. Get a look at it coming out of the extra point and out of the break. Try to see if we can find out a little more how much he read that play or how much the ball wasn't thrown where they wanted it to be. Either way, I was impressed with the run afterwards.
And the Eagles go for 2, and they stay away from Mark Jennings, and instead it's Nathan Garcia that gets the call and goes straight ahead into the end zone. We'll take a look at the interception on the other side of the timeout. 1:59 to go in the first. Sullivan all of a sudden with the lead. It hasn't been offense. It's the interception return for a touchdown that has them up 8-3.
Since 1941, Busenbark Flooring has been Southeast Missouri's trusted name in flooring. This family-owned business features top quality carpet, tile, and hardwood, along with countertops, kitchens, and bathrooms, all with expert installation. Need to haul it? Busenbark Trailer Sales has you covered. Come see the large selection of dump trailers, equipment haulers, goosenecks, livestock trailers, and more. Visit busenbarkflooring.com and busenbarktrailersales.com, or stop by and see everything at the Fairgrounds exit on Highway 67.
Brady McClure intercepted here on this play. I guess maybe, Mike, he was looking for Brady Duncan, who I guess was the trail receiver. I saw the first receiver out in front of the pattern.
And Blue, basically, he just stepped into the pass play. And once the interception wasn't difficult, the play to be in the right spot and to read it properly, there was your difficult part.
Well, the Raiders will have great field position here on a good return by Jackson Sherfus. And so the Raider offense, with 1:54 to go, will take all but 3 of the offensive snaps in the quarter, barring something more disastrous yet to go in the final 2 minutes. So Brady McClure will have to shake that off. He's got Jamal Robinson split bottom of your screen, single coverage there. Kyle Strawn, one-on-one at the top of the screen. Baxton and I under center, and McClure got a toss this time to Jesse Johnson. He's got a blocker out in front. He gains the midfield line.
Taken out of bounds by Hayden Oldham.
And so right at the 50-yard line, after a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. Coverage tonight on Parkland Sports Live brought to you by Brandon Byington Real Estate, West Central Auction Company, Bauman Oil, the Catfish Kettle in Farmington, Hub's Pub here in Bonne Terre, and RE/MAX Best Choice Agent. 2nd and 7 from the 50. McClure back under center for this snap. Same formation. This time they'll go to the up man, which is Lashley, and he'll power his way close to the Sullivan 45.
Initial contact on the stop, number 59, Mitchell Garner.
The rest of the slate for Week 9, again, Crystal City and Grandview tonight. The Hornets are 3-5. Grandview's 5-3. Central and Farmington tomorrow in a broadcast game here on Parkland Sports Live. You've got a couple of 1-7 teams doing battle in Fredericktown with Black Cats host East Prairie. 4-4 Potosi goes to 3-5 St. Charles West. Battle of 7-1 teams and a good one in St. Genevieve. The Dragons and Caruthersville tomorrow night. Here's a 3rd down and short, 3rd and 2. Lashley gets the call, and he, based on the official, he runs in from the side. Mike, I think he's going to be short. And with 52 seconds to go, it'll bring up 4th down and short.
They marked him nearly a full yard short.
4th down coming up.
4-4 Jefferson at 5-3 St. Vincent. Perryville 5-3 hosting 2-6 Cuba. DeSoto's 4-4. They go to Herculaneum, who's 5-3, and there's movement up front, and an Eagle jumped well across the line of scrimmage. In fact, dove into the offensive line of the Raiders, and so that will give North County the freebie 1st down. Jackson and Festus, good one tomorrow night in Tiger Stadium. The Tigers are 7-1. The Indians unbeaten at 8-0. Bayless visits Windsor. Charleston at Sykeston. Cape Central at Kennett. Unbeaten Valley Catholic hosting 4-4 St. Pius. Fox at Ladue, and Oakville at 7-1 Northwest. A Northwest team that opened the season with a 56-6 rout of these Sullivan Eagles. In the backfield, immediately swallowed up is Jesse Johnson.
Well, that's Ethan Cook on the play. That's trying to make up a bit for the offsides that gave him the 1st down. It was Cook that fell across the line of scrimmage, and then he comes back on that play and gets a tackle for loss.
Ethan Cook with just 11 solo tackles on the season. It can add one there. That takes us to the end of one. Chase Blue, the defensive score for Sullivan. The INT to the house the other way has accounted for the Eagle points, and they lead at the end of one over North County, 8-3 on Parkland Sports Live.
Why do so many people like working at the Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center?
The pay is awesome. What we do for our clients is awesome. The coworkers that we have, the staff, everybody is just, they're all welcoming.
I feel very supported. It's a great network of people that we have working here. We really work together, I think, to try to improve the lives of those that we serve.
The insurance is phenomenal. The cost is minimal. They're good to us. And the benefits are so great, you can't beat it.
Apply today.
When comfort matters, count on Capayas Heating and Cooling. Proudly serving St. Francis and surrounding counties, they are your local Bryant Factory authorized dealer, delivering top quality heating and cooling solutions for your home or business. Founded in 2004 by Chuck Capayas, a family-owned and operated company that you can trust. Visit capayasheatingandcooling.com today. Capayas Heating and Cooling in Farmington, 756-1224.
Along with Mike Reeves, I'm Greg Allen. Welcome to Week 9 coverage of high school football on Parkland Sports Live. Raider Field in Bonne Terre. Temperatures in the mid-50s on this Thursday night. And the Raider offense on 2nd and behind the chains after that tackle for loss by Ethan Cook. They'll stay better than 10 yards on a 3rd down play here.
Picked up about a yard, make it 3rd and 12.
We haven't really been able to find out if the North County defensive front has been able to solve the running game of Sullivan. The Eagle offense has only been on the field for 3 plays.
Yeah, solved them for 3 plays, but we know that, but hasn't had any consistent chance to look at them yet. And to the Raiders' offensive credit, they've been able to stay on the field. Unfortunately, they also gave up points while on the field.
3rd and 12 here. McClure Throws for it, has a man, and plenty for the first down, and maybe a lot more after that inside the 10. It's caught by Jamal Robinson, who found a little soft spot on that right sideline, and an easy catch.
What I like about this, Greg, is the move after the catch. He found a soft spot, sat down in it there, and then boom, split the defenders and gained extra yardage down to the 8.
Finally wrapped up by Braxton Breen, the junior. And the Raiders in an and goal situation with the football at the 8. 7th play of the drive coming here. McClure will take it out of the gun. Jackson Sherpas in motion, and there's extra motion. Thus the flag.
Brady McClure, 9 pass attempts. He's 6 for 9 for 83. That pick 6, though, is still glaring. Chance to try to make up for that with a good drive here. And as you said, Jamal Robinson, 3 catches coming in, 2 for 53 in this game so far.
Having a career night. Robinson with 3 for 51 on the season. High snap again. And Brady McClure got to the corner and then dumped after that by Brian Stone. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, Sullivan right now in the Catbirds spot in that Class 4 District 2 standings, but not even a full point in front of the Griffins out of Vianney. Sullivan at just over 39.5. Vianney's almost at 39.
And that Vianney team's 3-5, so you know that their strength of schedule has been rock solid to be sitting where they are.
McClure going to keep this one after the fake handoff, and he's not going to make it to the 5. And so it'll be 3rd and goal. Westminster sits at about 33.5. They're 6 points behind the Eagles in the 3 spot. And the rest of that district has Union, Pacific, Afton, and a struggling Bayless team to round it out. And if you're thinking, well, the Raiders have to jump Sykeston. Sykeston plays at home tomorrow against Charleston. And if the Raiders can become next-door neighbors in those district standings with DeSoto, they own the head-to-head win over the Dragons back in week 3. 3rd and goal. Pass left side. Caught. Looking for the end zone. Can't get there. Thrown out of bounds before he got to the goal line was Jackson Sherpas. And a great open field tackle by the Eagles to make it 4th down.
4th and goal.
That win for North County over DeSoto back in week 3, 14-13. 4th and goal here. The football, we are at low-level vantage point tonight. It's down around the 2. We're pretty much the same angle your camera shot is. Play clock at 7. McClure, everybody running right. He's got Lashley as a blocker. Turns that corner. Steps up into the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown Raiders.
Brady McClure, his 6th on the ground this season. Raiders back in front after the short touchdown run.
Greg's a great job of maintaining that block and the block all the way out to the line and doing so without holding, because a lot of times you get the runner who's trying to turn a corner there, you're going to get caught inside with a hold. I thought they did a good job to seal that, and then good speed to reach that corner. For about 2 or 3 strides, I had my doubts if he'd be able to get the corner and get into the end zone, but he was able to turn the corner and do exactly that.
And when you've got a kicker like Cole Mullins, the Raiders will kick the extra point. He's 12 of 16 on the season. He's made all but 4, and he can add 1 more to that in the good column. And so the Raiders make it a 10-8 game. Will step aside with 8:51 to go in the half. Brady McClure puts the Raiders in front on Parkland Sports Live. North County turns a short field into 7 points on Brady McClure's 6th touchdown run of the season. 10 plays, 53 yards, 5 minutes and 3 seconds. Pooch kick into no man's land. That's a live ball, and the Eagles jump on it near the 30. Just the second offensive series of the night for Sullivan. Their points came on defense, if you're just joining us. Chase Blue with an interception return for a touchdown to give them the score. They made the 2-point conversion in the 10-8 game.
Well, you talk about a game that you can throw the time of possession out the window in terms of, well, yeah, one team is absolutely dominated that stat, but because you give up the points while you're on offense and you get a defensive touchdown for the Eagles, none of that really matters a lot. But the Eagles have had the ball for just under a minute and a half, if I've got the numbers right. We don't keep time of possession specifically, but I think it was a minute and a half that they had the ball.
And the North County 2 combined scoring drives have gone for 11:26. That's not including the 4-play drive they had going that resulted in the interception return for the touchdown. So they've had the football outwards of 13 minutes compared to a minute and a half. And now maybe we'll get a good look at Mark Jennings and see how Brian Jones's defensive front can contain this Sullivan offensive 5 across the line. Under 8.5 to go in the half. Everybody bunched in. And trying to pop out that left side after he gained the 45-yard line, the ball carrier, and he's got a first down. Looks like Braxton Breen got the ball that time.
Sheriff is on the stop, and that's a first down for the Eagles.
Breen on the season, 36 carries for 229. He does have a touchdown.
Well, Greg, you'd mentioned Nathan Garcia earlier as the second back at 518 for the season. But they've got 4 backs over 200. I know we're 8 weeks in, but it still gives you a number of options to go to.
That was Jennings. He was tripped right as he made the line of scrimmage, so second down and 10. They have over 2,400 yards on the ground this year as a team. Malin Foster through the air came in offering just 384 yards. Breen comes out. Chase Blue will get some work on the ground. We've talked about Breen and Jennings, and you mentioned Garcia right there. Foster's run for 190, the quarterback. Oliver Borton for 121. And there's movement by the Raiders after Sullivan put a man in motion. The man in motion part legal, the Raider portion of that discussion not.
North County's 3rd penalty for 20 yards, just 1 penalty against the Eagles. That penalty went for 5 and gave North County at that time a first down on a 4th and short.
Clock comes up on 7 minutes. But it's almost like a goal line formation here for the Sullivan Eagles as the football rests at their own 46. And that's where this play is likely going to originate from as well on now 3rd down coming up.
On the carry was Nathan Garcia, and Owen Lashley on the stop.
Well, Greg, the runs for the Eagles so far, this is player notwithstanding, have gone for 4-0, 4-6, 0, and 0. So the answer very early and very small sample sizes, yes, they're standing up well to that rush attack in that offensive line.
Blue in motion. Toss in the backfield. Jennings, they try to get him in space. He runs into his own man, Blue. A lot of Blue in pursuit now, and they'll stretch that thing out and wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe give him 1. So 4th and 3 coming here for Ed Haar and the Sullivan Eagles.
The line to reach on the first down is the Raider 49.
They've got the nose of the football just shy of the Sullivan 48. So they need 3 and change here. They're going to snap it on 4th down. Quarterback option toss. Jennings, they've got it off the corner. That was a well-designed play. They made that with ease. I'll say this, though. Foster had to get rid of that pretty quickly, though, on the toss. I think a lot of times as a quarterback, you think you can get kind of start to stretch that out, and then you've got to toss it. He had to toss that thing maybe a little sooner than he initially anticipated.
The timing was immaculate. It was really good because he was hit as soon as he was releasing it.
This is Chase Blue, the ball carrier. He'll gain 3, 2nd and 7.
Blue on the carry. Jesse Johnson on the stop.
Boy, there's no messing around when they come out and line up like this. It puts so much pressure, sorry, Mike, on your defense to maintain your zones, that everybody stay home.
Chase Blue, a 3-yard run there, but it was the 55 yards on defense that matter so far for them, as he had that interception return for a score.
We're under 5 minutes to go in the half. They fake the option this time. They run straight ahead. Blue again, the ball carrier.
Chase Blue on the carry.
On what is now the Sullivan 9th play of the drive.
It's 3rd and 2.
It's almost like Foster just turns around and is like, okay, which of you 3 guys do I want to give the football to? You're running left, you're running right, you're running up the middle. Let's go left this time. Jennings, the deep man here. They give it to the up man, and that is Nathan Garcia. And the Eagles continue to move the chains, and fresh set of downs near the 30. After this, everybody waits to see what the district brackets will look like at the close of the weekend. The state association will piece all that together, and there are whistles before the play, and the Raiders will take a timeout. We'll take one with them with just under 4 minutes to go, and the Raiders up by 2.
Looking for top quality custom sportswear and activewear? Look no further than Nouveau Athletic. Nouveau Athletic blends innovative design with affordability, revolutionizing activewear for athletes, teams, and enthusiasts alike. From affordable, high-quality team practice wear to specialty sublimated activewear, Nouveau Athletic has grown to become a leader in sportswear and the industry, especially in cheer. Nouveau Athletic, where passion meets quality in every stitch.
For Nouveau Athletic custom apparel locally, contact Tia Cunningham at 573-701-6015.
Hi, I'm Dr. Karen Melton with Hearing Care Partners. Hearing loss doesn't just affect your ears, it impacts conversations, relationships, and daily life. Do you catch yourself nodding along but missing the words? Are you straining to hear in crowded spaces? Don't ignore these signs. If you notice them, come see us. At Hearing Care Partners, our expert team makes it easy to find personalized solutions. A simple test could change everything. Visit hearingcarepartners.com to book your free hearing evaluation today. At Hearing Care Partners, we listen so you can hear.
Brian Jones called for the timeout. Raiders got it just before that snap by Sullivan. Now the Eagles on first down. Blue tries to run it right side. He's got Jennings as a blocker, and he's spun out of bounds. Close to first down yardage. Eagles continue to move the football well. And he got enough to move the sticks. Ready to roll up your sleeves and dive into a hands-on career? Middle Area College is ready for you. Their MacTech Industry and Technology program is all about getting to work and making things happen. Construction, auto tech, HVAC, welding, and more. Take the first step to a fulfilling career in a MacTech program. Apply today at middlearea.edu. Jennings, the deep man in the 3-back formation. 1st and 10, Sullivan. He'll get the toss. Left side, trying to use Garcia this time. Raiders stretch it out to the sideline, and a good tackle that time. North County able to bring him down. Cole Mullins.
Mullins on the stop. Weston Weibel also in on that stop. It's 2nd and 3.
That play didn't look like much. It still gained 7. It seemed like
wow.
I guess because it took so long to develop, and all of a sudden you look at the play and it finishes, and it's picked up 7 and brought up a 2nd and 3. And boy, those 2nd and short, just all the playbooks open to whatever you want to do.
We're getting a good look on this drive at that offensive line for Sullivan that Brian Jones was so concerned with. And Sullivan this time. It is Brady Duncan on the tackle of Braxton Breen.
Braxton Breen on the carry. Noah Lashley on the stop. Jackson.
And the Raiders again. I thought it was a timeout. Instead, he was just signaling first down with 2:35 to go. It's been a 13-play drive to get the football inside the 10 for Sullivan. This drive originated at their own 30-yard line. They'll go straight ahead to Blue that time and not much there.
Chase Blue on the carry. Jackson Sherfield.
Well, if you're Sullivan, I mean, sort of the new age thinking is let's score with as little time left as possible for North County's offense. Raiders have already used a timeout. It's second down and goal with right now 2 minutes to go in the half. So Foster climbs back up under center on the second down play. And Blue smacked to the ground short of the 5. This has been about a 65-yard drive that's taken 15 plays to get here. And they can snap this football with about 1 minute left in the half on 3rd and goal. They come out to the line of scrimmage with 20 left on the down clock. Foster surveys, takes the snap. They go option toss. Jennings met backfield North County. They're staying home on defense for Cole Mullins.
Jennings on the carry. Tackled by Cole.
And another timeout called here with 1:06 to go by North County. And a huge 4th down for Sullivan. Try to cap this off with points coming up when we come back.
Hi, I'm Brandon Byington with RE/MAX Best Choice. I'm a proud sponsor of the Parkland area sports. If you love the Parkland as much as I do, I'd love it if you would give me the opportunity to help you find the perfect Parkland property. You can contact me today at 573-747-5349.
Go Raiders.
We are a minute 6 away from the Southeast Missouri Mental Health Halftime Report. Serving over 350 patients with over 1,000 employees, one of the largest employers in St. Francis County and growing, providing mental health services since 1903 in Farmington. Find out how you can be part of the family by scheduling an interview today at dmh.mo.gov or call 218-6800. Football at the 5, 4th and goal. They had a 4th down play near midfield, used the option to Jennings to get it on a nice play. What do they do here on 4th down and need a touchdown? Blue in motion. They give to Jennings. Left side, he's got room on the corner and he's in. Mark Jennings, his 12th rushing touchdown of the season. He had over 1,000 yards on the ground coming in. It's a 17-play drive. Jennings comes up hobbling a little bit to the sideline. And a 5-yard run puts the Eagles back in front at 14-10 with the point after coming. Exactly 1 minute remaining in the half. And this time it's Sullivan that takes the timeout before the point after, which will come following these messages.
Hey kids, let's go to the Catfish Kettle.
Yeah!
Everyone's favorite is the Catfish Kettle. It's been a landmark in Farmington for almost 40 years. Get the famous all-you-can-eat catfish, chicken, shrimp, and homemade sides served family style for lunch or dinner. Or enjoy tilapia, crab cakes, fish tacos, frog legs, or even gator tail. All ready for you for lunch or dinner at the Catfish Kettle. Located at Karsh in Maple Valley at the entrance to Farmington. See the full menu at catfishkettlerestaurant.com.
We have seen some lengthy scoring drives tonight as far as time of possession. The Raiders have had 2 that have both been over 5 minutes. Their first one at 6:23, their most recent one at 5:03. This one for Sullivan, how about 7:50 on length of drive to go 70 yards on 17 plays. They'll go for the 2-point conversion. Jennings does not look like he's out there. Breen in motion to give to Garcia, and he's easily through to the end zone. That makes it a 16-10 Sullivan advantage. And the Raider offense and Brady McClure will have 1 minute to work with and one timeout remaining when they get the football back. Sullivan went all the way from their own 30 and scoring a 4th and 5. Mark Jennings with his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. He came in with a 9.4 scoring average. He rushed 14 times for 224. This is the touchdown by Jennings. Just continue to stretch that thing out. And when you see a lane, turn it upfield and head into the blue painted area. 224 yards rushing last week for Mark Jennings in the Sullivan 55-10 route at Owensville. And so Brady McClure in the offense down 6. That drive provided a much better look at what concerned Brian Jones all week coming in. The front 5 and the offensive line for Sullivan. And the wall that Jennings gets to try to run behind. Short kickoff to the sideline, played on a hop right in front of us, and up that sideline, Raiders getting a great field position, and maybe more, breaking into the open, North County with Jamal Robinson trying to get to the quarter pylon and beat Braden Kisner, and he is down at the 1. Wow! Eagles try to play it safe and kick it into space, and Jamal Robinson just felt his way up the sideline and then a right-hand turn into wide open area right there.
There's been times when I've been on the sideline that Coach Stolzer has challenged me to run as fast as the players run. Not that one, my friend. Not that one.
I'll say this, Mike, on first glance on that repeat play, it looked like he was in. I'll be honest. Can you play it? You don't have to do it right now. Can you play it again, though? We'll do it after whatever happens here on this play.
Greg, they've got him marked at the 2, even not even close to the goal line.
All right. Obviously, much better looks than we have. They go Lashley on the give, and he's in. Touchdown, North County. How about that? The huge kick return. You'll get another look at it in a second. And then Lashley able to punch it across with his just second rushing touchdown of the year. And he looked like the Raiders were going to have minimal time to try to go all the way down the field. Instead, it's only needing 2 yards on the play. And now all even at 16 apiece with Mullins coming on for the point after. Raiders rushing a man late onto the field. But if you're Ed Haar, we've heard this for decades, Mike, how coaches can't stand that late touchdown to end a half. Raiders botched the snap, running for their lives, going the wrong way, and tackled finally as Jackson Sherfus, the holder, after that play blew up. And so we are 16-all with 43 seconds to go. Let's take another look at that kick return, again by Jamal Robinson. Up that sideline, cuts it back. It's 5 and white Kisner that's going to get him. Boy. I mean, the official is there immediately going out to the 2-yard line. Guess the Raiders don't have as much money as the NFL to have those cameras in the end zone pylons right down the line of scrimmage and right down the end zone lines at the goal line to see whether he's in or not.
If I could have run faster, Greg, I could have been there. I couldn't get there in time. I was about 60 yards from where that happened. Just a couple more steps, I'd have been right there for you.
But the point after being botched keeps this a tie game at 16-all. It's been a weird first half. Sullivan's first points coming on an interception return for a touchdown. North County was in the driver's seat of this game for a while. And then all of a sudden, Sullivan scores to go ahead 16-10 on the ensuing kickoff. It's the huge return to set up the short touchdown run by Lashley. But the missed point after, they never got the kick away, keeps it 16 apiece. Mullins will kick this one off When did this become in vogue, Mike? This sort of just pooch it to the sideline, because you just gave Sullivan the ball in good field position for themselves with 43 seconds left.
I've been okay with it with teams that have incredible return games that you are scared to death of a guy, we'll go to the college level. I'm not going to let Luther Burden in the day. I'm not going to let him touch it. But it's become just now common to give the ball up at the 40-yard line. It's just, no, I don't get it. So I don't know why it became in vogue to do it as often as we now see teams do it. It's become rather common.
Well, count me as not a fan. 16 apiece. And so, maybe, who would have thought with a minute to go we'd have a chance for 2 scores? Malin Foster with Jennings back on the field after the tweaked ankle. He gets the toss. Coming right at you. There's a hold behind the play. This is likely coming back, but hold the phone because Jennings has all kind of space down the sideline. Blockers, and it took him 1 play. There's 2 flags on the play. Likely both going to go against Sullivan. Now a third comes in after the play. Two penalty markers with 29 seconds to go. I mean, I'll give him credit. It was a heck of a run by Jennings. It's going to amount for nothing. I mean, the one behind the play was right when he got to the corner.
Greg, I think if you're Raiders, you're hoping you didn't do something at the very end of that to offset the. But either way, it's not going to be a 70-yard or 60-yard run.
All 3 fouls against Sullivan, including a personal foul when it's all said and done at the end of the play. That was the one after the touchdown. Good looking run there by Jennings. But instead of 60 in the right direction, it's going to be 15 in the wrong direction. Just means it's more yardage for Jennings to pick up, right? That play originated from the 40 after the kickoff out of bounds. They're going to make it a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the hold is what they're going to take. So put it at the 31.
Then, Greg, was that second penalty, though, the not post play where you could add that to it?
And that's exactly what they're doing right now, Mike. You are spot on, sir. So from the 40 to the 16. Wow. You are exactly correct on that, Mike. They took the hold and then the personal foul afterwards. Wow.
Ball ends up at the 16-yard line. It's
25 yards and penalty on that play. There's still an official in the middle of the pack talking to Foster, the quarterback, and they'll just kneel on this and not even give it a go. Sullivan does have 2 timeouts. North County defense better not go far. They start walking off the field first. Sullivan will quick snap it. They don't have to run a play. Clock to 6, and a conversation with Brian Jones is imminent. Well, he's got to be thrilled with the way this first half ended, with the huge kickoff return to set him up for a 2-yard Noah Lashley touchdown. We go to the break, dead even at 16 apiece. And across the field, we go to Mike Reeves. Mike?
Thank you so much, Greg. What all did you think about your team offensively? We'll talk about that first. What'd you do when you had the ball? What'd you like?
Everything. I wish we could run the ball a little bit more, but I really like the way we're throwing and catching, and I really like Brady's poise right now and making our offense work.
Jamal Robinson's had some really big plays. How impressed you've been with him so far?
Very. We've been waiting for this all year. Jamal showed sparks, and he's finally, the last couple of weeks, he's decided to get real serious about football, and this is just kind of a taste of what he's capable of. He's a very good athlete when he wants to be.
Should be a great second half. We'll talk to you afterwards.
We hope so. Thanks.
All right.
There you go.
Hey, mark it down. October 23rd of 2025, A coach is happy with, as he said, everything.
And we can't get them to be happy about anything some
Right.
days, much less to be happy about everything. But when they've had the ball, Greg, well, I mean, I know they threw the pick six, and you would think that would be enough of a reason. Oh, we gave them six, give them six while we were on offense. But I think they've executed so well outside of that one mistake that you just kind of put that in your back pocket and move on. But it was a whale of a first half. It really was.
Well, and you're exactly right, Mike. It was one play. If you're going to pick on the North County offense, it's one play you don't like. It's an 11-play touchdown drive. It's a 10-play touchdown drive. It's a one-play 2-yard touchdown run after a huge kickoff. There's one play on offense you don't like if you're North County.
Well, and defensively, they had the long drive that they just gave up, but when you look at the big picture of what they anticipated they might have to go up against tonight, I think that they would be fairly happy with what they've done on that side, but I do think there's some concerns given that last drive, the full possession drive that Sullivan had, lasted so long. It was exactly what you fear them doing. I think you got to think, can we get to the point that our defense can make that not happen in the second half? I just think we've got a whale of a second half coming up in store.
Well, I'm glad you didn't ask the follow-up question about defense as to say, what do you like about defense? I was fearful the answer was going to be nothing after the first answer.
Well, here's the good part from that defense. That first possession that they got them a 3 and out, that kind of set the tone. And I think that got him back, that got him into the spot they wanted to be in. But I do think we're going to see a whole lot more of the ground control type game, both sides. And who gets it done in the second half? Well, it's tied at 16 here.
Interesting first half to get it 16 all. It's not the standard sort of football way to where we sit 32 points in. Regardless, that's where we're at. 16 all. Raiders and Eagles. The halftime report brought to you by Southeast Missouri Mental Health is next.
For 3 generations, Bauman Oil has proudly served our community. It all started in 1948 when Louis Bauman partnered with Mobil Oil in Crystal City. As the area grew, so did Bauman, fueling homes, farms, and businesses across Jefferson and South St. Louis counties. In 1980, Paul Bauman took the reins, forming Bauman Oil Distributors. Today, the tradition continues with Jeremy Bauman delivering fuel and lubricants across a 7-county region. Bauman Oil, locally owned, community-focused, and here to stay. Want to work for a family-first company? Find out more at baumanoil.com.
Automotive, service, affordability, and selection are more than just words. They're the foundation of everything they do. You'll see the selection when you drive by any of their 3 locations. You'll feel the affordability when you talk to their experienced sales team. And you'll love the service every time you come in for maintenance. New or pre-owned, from Farmington to Fredericktown to DeSoto, Point to Pettis. Visit pettisauto.com. Point to Pettis.
Life can feel like an uphill climb, but no one has to face it alone. Everest Counseling, based in Farmington, has been empowering individuals and families for over 20 years, offering support through life's toughest challenges. Specializing in at-risk youth and serving rural communities, the experienced and compassionate team provides the guidance and the tools necessary to thrive. Whether you're dealing with stress, anxiety, trauma, family conflicts, or just need someone to talk to, Everest Counseling provides personalized services to meet your needs. Contact Everest Counseling today at 573-330-4452.
Hi, I'm Brandon Byington with RE/MAX Best Choice. I'm a proud sponsor of the Parkland area sports. If you love the Parkland as much as I do, I'd love it if you would give me the opportunity to help you find the perfect Parkland property. You can contact me today at 573-747-5349.
Go Raiders.
At the South Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center.
The pay is awesome. What we do for our clients is awesome. The coworkers that we have, the staff, everybody is just, they're all welcoming.
I feel very supported. It's a great network of people that we have working here. We really work together, I think, to try to improve the lives of those that we serve.
The insurance is phenomenal. The cost is minimal. They're good to us. And the benefits are so great, you can't beat it.
Apply today.
When comfort matters, count on Capayas Heating and Cooling. Proudly serving St. Francis and surrounding counties, they are your local Bryant Factory authorized dealer, delivering top quality heating and cooling solutions for your home or business. Founded in 2004 by Chuck Capayas, a family-owned and operated company that you can trust. Visit capayasheatingandcooling.com today. Capayas Heating and Cooling in Farmington, 756-1224.
Looking for your next car, truck, van, or SUV? Point to Pettis. Down to DeSoto, point to Pettis. Visit pettisauto.com. Point to Pettis.
Do you often ask others to repeat themselves? Is the TV volume creeping up higher? Hi, I'm Dr. Karen Melton, and it could be time to have your hearing checked. Hearing loss happens gradually, making it hard to notice. At Hearing Care Partners, we offer thorough hearing evaluations that uncover even subtle changes in your hearing over time. Early detection can improve your hearing and your life. Start prioritizing your hearing today. Schedule your appointment now at hearingcarepartners.com.